It's the JT Cho Show!
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 1.
Well, it's about goddamn time.
Sorry for the technical difficulties.
This I thought was really funny.
Nice kickflip, dude.
Oh, dude, there's something.
Let me close this window. I need that audio on, and then we're getting double feedback.
Okay, both of these are pretty good.
Feeling. You gotta turn that one on me.
Dude, it sounds like a Star Wars character.
It's pretty good.
Have you seen Dune? That does sound like the guy in Dune. That's so good.
Yeah.
I'll send it to you.
Episode 199 of the JT Show. We just want to thank all of our 6 viewers.
All 6 of you motherfuckers, dude.
Thanks for watching. We're definitely gonna hit 200 before Cut leaves. That's in 3 days. So we're gonna be hitting another episode on Sunday.
Did I leave my fucking thing over there?
What you think?
My
Oh, will you grab me? Is there a beer on the table? I might have one right here. I got one. I'm gonna need something to wash this buzzball down with. When did that get over there?
when I went over there to smoke some marijuana.
Marijuana's illegal.
Yeah, it was in between when we were having some technical difficulties.
I mean, dude, right now Texas is in a battle to keep their state.
I think it's gonna pass, dude. I don't think there's any way. Joe Rogan's living there, dude. I think Joe Rogan could live in fucking Arkansas and they leave.
Joe Rogan's just like, I'm leaving, and they're like, don't do it.
You know how much money Austin would lose?
A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That town is flush with cash right now, and I would say 50% of it's because of Rogan.
Who's your birthday today?
Oh, I got this motherfucker. It is Hollywood Joe Namath's 82nd birthday.
Wow.
And I just learned something about him. For one, he where the fuck did he go to school? I just had it right here. Beaver Falls High School, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
And he went to Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
Bear Bryant said he's the greatest athlete he ever coached,
Mm-hmm.
which is pretty cool. He also, coming out of high school, had 6 MLB offers.
Wow.
Like start and play baseball. So he played basketball, baseball, football in high school, and then was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna be a quarterback."
Who just commented? It's probably John.
Probably. I exited out of it.
It's probably like,
up.
It's a black screen again.
It might be, dude.
I'd be mad.
Knowing you, it might fucking be. Oh, last weekend with Cut, end of an era. It really is.
Yeah.
Really is. We got one more live pod to do this weekend. We're gonna hit 200 before I dip out.
Yeah.
That was the goal.
Mine is a guy who was born in 1962, and his name is Kevin Eastman,
Okay.
and he is one of the co-creators of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, that's cool.
So shout out to the guy who
Happy birthday to that
co-created
motherfucker. Is he still alive?
TMNT. Yeah, he's still alive.
Nice.
Born in 1962,
Still
so
kicking. I think Joe Namath is still alive too.
I think he's just as old as my dad.
Nice.
I think my dad's a 61 baby.
Nice.
So
Chris's dad graduated high school in '69.
that's wild.
Yeah, I was like, that's pretty cool. Summer of '69.
Why are these always sticky?
I don't know. They always are though. It's because a woman made them.
Daughter of a woman.
Hey, cheers, dude. Third to last buzzball before I leave. You got a hole in your lip?
Big one, apparently.
I
Oh, man, it doesn't taste good.
remember the first time my dad asked me that because I was like spilling milk down my face eating cereal. I was like, "What do you got a hole in your lip?" I like went to the bathroom after I was done eating, and, like pulled my lip out. Thought he meant it literally.
Yeah, this tastes so fucking bad, dude.
It's way easier if you do it all at once.
No kidding, but I just put more of it in my mouth and it's like,
You love those, dude.
I hate them, dude.
Why did you ask for them at the store if you hate them so much? This guy is always forcing me to do buzz balls and fireball shots.
I want it.
All the above.
You get a close up of how much I hate them.
What's the big chat up there?
That's our kick. 69 grad, nice. He's a passionate gamer and he loves my content and wants me to add him on Discord.
Dude, do it.
So then I can view
There's
this.
no way he doesn't have art.
And then he's probably got art because he wants to help lift my channel to 1,000 viewers with graphics. You know, I'll say that. Here, chat, I'll say this. I got swooped by one of those once. And I talked to this person for like 2 weeks straight. And they even sent me a sample. So I was like, yeah, I'll definitely pay you $20. So I paid them $20 over PayPal. And they sent me the package like 3 days later. And they're like, you get 2 corrections, like if you don't like their shit. So I was like, cool, you get 2 corrections. The first one they sent me was just straight garbage colors. And I was like, hey, I definitely asked for orange and black. And you sent me green and purple. And he's like, yeah, well, I just thought you'd like this one. And I was like, nah, can we do like the colors and change this too? Then he messed it up even worse, like got even farther away. And I was like, I don't understand how you went from purple and green and somehow got further away from orange and black. Because I think he went with like red and yellow. And then I was like, okay, orange and black, please. So then he sent me a third one. And then he misspelled my stream name. And I was like, hey, everything's cool, but this. So then, like, basically, I screenshotted everything, reported him to PayPal, got my $20 back.
Nice.
And then they sent me a fuck you, so I blocked them. And then I went on Fiverr, and for $15.
Fiverr's got some good shit.
Well, Fiverr's got a guaranteed.
Fiverr's
money
like
back.
Etsy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I went to Fiverr, and I spent like $15 or $25. I can't remember. It ended with $5.
You get some cool shit out of
And I
that,
got
too.
all my graphics that I used for the stream.
This real quick, I thought was cool before I fucking forget about it. So this guy, he writes books. Had nothing to do with Brittany Griner.
Okay.
I saw you smiling. That's the next one. This guy writes books and he like uses lyrics from songs. I thought it was a real book at first, but then I looked at his page and he just writes 1 million books. So he puts the entire lyrics in order into his books.
That's so cool.
Isn't that crazy?
That's pretty cool.
Just like randomly, I don't know. I just randomly came across it, and it's kind of a cool thing. I'll shoot him a follow when I like.
That's pretty dope.
But his name is Blacken Art, BLACKIN space ART. Blacken Art. Yeah, he's got like a bunch of different ones. I don't know what his other ones are, but I don't know what song that is, but no audio on that one. I wonder what that book's about.
That's a cool one, though.
Yeah, no, I thought it was pretty dope. The other one, which I thought was crazy, Brittany Griner said the WNBA is getting too popular.
That's stupid.
So this was.
This is so funny how this stuff works out, right? She says this is from Brittany. There's this commotion, like this loud rumbling from the stands. Turns out it's people just sitting there watching on purpose. It's very disruptive. It's called a freaking game that they play.
He's upset that the stadiums are filled. When they play Caitlin
and they
Clark.
play in bigger arenas.
When they play Caitlin Clark, she's upset that there's so many people.
Yeah.
She said he's about to talk about it, but he said that she was quoted saying the WNBA games used to be a place where you could bring your laptop and get some work done.
That's stupid.
And now it's too disruptive.
Oh, well,
Yeah, listen. It's a direct quote from her.
Some of them are yelling crazy shit about what they're seeing, putting unfair pressure on us to score.
that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
That's the most ridiculous take I've ever heard in my entire life.
So should we?
There's too many people coming to my games. So you're telling me you want to get paid like an NBA player, but you don't want to play in front of people?
So how about what we do is we don't even have the live broadcast. We record it, and we have the teams play in an empty stadium where nobody's there but the referees and the two teams.
That's fucking insane.
And then after
She's
the
upset that people are coming to the games.
she can't handle the pressure.
People are coming to watch you,
Could you imagine?
and it puts too much pressure on you to score.
Well, I mean, like, okay, like let's say
What, are rebounds easier than scoring?
let's say though, like you dial in your golf game, you shoot in low 70s, and you win a qualifier, and you're like the ninth alternative, and you get called up, and then all of a sudden, instead of a few people watching, you've got 200 on every single hole. I think I'd play a little bit better because I'm not rushing my shots. I'm not.
I'd
Smoking.
be going so much slower. I would definitely play worse, though. I play worse in front of bigger groups.
Yeah,
Like,
it's rough shooting in front of strangers.
dude, in front of people, like, I get that feeling whenever I play with the guys in New Jersey, because, like, I rarely play with them. 9 times out of 10 when I golf in Jersey, I'm by myself. And that 1 out of 10 times when I'm with those guys, and they're pretty good. Like, they're, like, legit, like, low 80 golfers.
Mhm.
Like, I don't think I've seen either one of them shoot below 85 or over 85.
Damn.
And I'm always 95 plus when I play with them.
Wow.
Always. Like, I can't, like, I don't know. I just can't do it in front of him. It's weird. But then I go play with Nick. I know I'm going to beat his ass. There's zero pressure. And I'll just drop him to like 3 feet.
See, I have like a roller coaster when it comes to it. So if I'm playing in front of total strangers in a pairing, that sucks.
Yeah.
But if I'm playing with my bro in front of his two boys, I come in here with like a false confidence of I'm trying to whoop their ass to be like, yo, your boy's good at golf. And
Yeah,
like that's like I might never meet him again.
The one time that worked in my favor was when we went to go play with Stan.
Yeah.
Me and you together shot like -8 or 9, whatever the fuck
Which
it
is
was.
wild.
That's fucking great.
Yeah.
Dude. Like, I've seen, like, obviously we're not on par with, like, Bryson and whoever the fuck he's paired up with, but, like, -7, that's compete.
I'll shoot you the weeks I have off in July, and you'll have to see if there's a 2-man scramble anywhere in Jersey.
Oh, dude, that'd be great. I might be able to get a 4-man together. We can play with Scotty and his boy. That's
In
the
Jersey?
Scotty's the guy that
I was like,
he like half owns the bar or whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, and then his boy's one of the bartenders that works there. His name's TJ. They're pretty good at golf. I hit, like, literally last time I played with them when we were there in October, I want to say, I ended up having like 5 good shots the entire 18, and I shot like a 98. But one of my shots, I outdrove everybody on a little bit of a dogleg right. It was kind of like that last drive I had today, just like a little like 30-yard fade, and I just fucking crushed it.
John said JT has ice in his veins when it comes to pressure.
Should have seen him on the fucking cornhole field out in Qatar.
Dude, pressure.
Dude, that was so much fun.
Yeah.
I loved playing cornhole out there. That was like my first time really playing cornhole was in Qatar. I never played it before that.
I played it like here and there, but like I never hyper focused on it. And so like when we would play in Clovis,
Okay, that's a lie. I played like 4 or 5 times at Sutterfields.
yeah. So like once you start like dialing in with people who have boards, then I'm like, okay, like, oh, how good are you? I go, I hardly play. And then they're like, bullshit. And you're like, yeah, I know. But like, I'm not going to tell you I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
And then, but in guitar, when literally all you have to do is 3 on, 1 off, I'm at the bar as soon as my shift gets over so I can have 3 drinks and fucking shoot some cornhole.
Shoot some cornhole.
That's all you do.
I go play some Mario Kart or Breath of
then-
the Wild.
I love the nights where there are just bags out there and somebody else checked them out because I only checked out those bags like 4 times.
I might have done it twice.
And then the second time, I think you're like, I didn't return them, so I can't do it. You got to do it. And I was like, fuck
Yeah,
it.
the second time yeah.
Yeah, I did it like 4.
Because no one wanted to do it. I was like, someone go get the bags. Everyone was like, no. And and then I didn't want to return them.
No,
I
you
didn't want to carry them back, dude. That was one of the days that I had ladies bringing me bottles of vodka, and
Yeah.
yeah, they would get, dude, because there was a couple of times, like I asked, like Tabitha and Craven and all them, like they'd bring me like water bottles full of vodka, be like, can I share this with the homies? They'd be like, no, it's just for you. Like, fuck, all right.
Yeah.
They were loosening me up, dude.
Gin and Rippets, dude.
The Rip It Jenner, dude. That was it's a classic.
We might have to go find we'll have
Some
to
little
go,
Bombay shooters.
no, we'll have to find a Rippet can.
They have fucking Dollar General has rivets.
Maybe get 1 can of Rippets and like some shooters of gin.
Yeah, get like 2 or 3 shooters.
Just 2 apiece.
They got to be Bombay shooters though.
Yeah.
That'd be fun for the last night. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow night or something.
Yeah, with a fire.
Yeah.
Probably gonna have a fire. I did have stuff to talk about. I want to say first of all, R.I.P. To Hollow Pines. So there's a golf course in Jackson, Michigan. It's this golf course to where they don't really take reservations. If you have a large group of like 10 or 12, they will like accommodate that. Be like, yeah,
It's like your typical local muni course.
it's your backyard off the beaten path course.
But it's not even off the beaten path. It's literally right off the highway. It's just next to a trailer park.
Yeah, but people don't know about it.
Yeah, no, there's not because you didn't know about it before I got here. We
No,
played.
there's a sign on the highway.
I want to say we played all the courses that were like hidden gems.
The
in
only one
Jackson.
we didn't. Yeah, the only one we haven't is the one that's right before Calderon when you head back from Ann Arbor. It's called like North Point or something.
Oh yeah, South Shore Golf Course or something.
Yeah.
It's got some shore name to it.
Yeah.
There's another one. It's like the Heart of the Valley or something like that. Glen Hart Valley Golf Course or something. It's like
Gauss's Green Valley.
like east of Brooklyn, but it's like it's only like a 20-minute drive from here.
Yeah.
We've just never played it.
Right.
Part of the Lakes. Maybe that's what it is.
Might be.
Part of the Lakes Golf Course.
Mhm.
I'd have to look it up, but I'm not gonna. Did you see fucking Joy Taylor?
Dude, Joy Taylor was ripping into the Steelers.
No, she was ripping into Aaron
Yeah,
Rodgers.
yeah. So she was ripping into the Steelers organization for how they just don't lay their foot down on Aaron Rodgers not being there.
He's not a part of the organization.
Hasn't signed a contract.
He's a fucking free agent. They've barely been in talks.
Joy Taylor, not even a Steeler.
I got Joy Taylor mad at Aaron Rodgers for not showing up at Steelers OTAs. He's not on the fucking roster.
I think what happened.
He's not on the roster.
I think
She went off for 5 minutes about how he's a piece of shit for not showing up.
there's two tales to this story, and one of them is the dumb take from Joyce Taylor. The other one is Aaron Rodgers' why. And here's my theory. Aaron Rodgers has something going on to where he can't.
He's in the dark doing ayahuasca.
Maybe. But he realistically.
I like how he does it one time and then everyone's like, oh, that's what he's doing this weekend.
I mean, but I think realistically he was just like, look, Mike, I want to sign with the team. But if I sign with the team right now,
I can only show up at this date.
I am going to miss OTAs.
Yeah.
And what's everybody going to be asking you on OTAs? Where's Aaron? What's Aaron doing? Why isn't Aaron here? So I think he was just like, look, I'm going to play for the Steelers.
Don't they still have who's even on their roster? Because Russell's not on their roster anymore, right?
No, and neither is Kyle Pickett and Kenny Pickett, and neither is
Nathan Rudolph.
No, the other guy from the Bears. He's not on the roster either. Caleb.
Caleb Williams is on the Bears.
Caleb Williams took his spot from the
Caleb
Bears.
Williams is on the Bears.
Yeah, he took his spot from the Bears. It's a guy that they traded.
Fields.
Justin Fields from Ohio State. Yeah. Bitch.
Bitch ass bitch.
By the way, one of my favorite things right now about Caleb Williams is he's taking a lot of heat for shit that he said when he was in college. Because, like, right toward the end of his career, there's, like, a clear video. And he's like, oh, man, I just need to go to the Vikings. Just do whatever you can to get me to go to the Vikings. Because, I mean, you got Jets.
That roster's stacked.
You got a good running game. You got a great
Good
tight end.
offensive line, solid
TJ
defense.
You got Justin Jefferson. You got
Addison.
You got.
I want to say it's James Addison, but I think that's wrong.
I mean, it's studded. And then you got a young.
I think JJ McCarthy might have the best situation,
Yeah.
especially now having a full year to recover from his injury
I think too.
and to work with the NFL like quarterback coaches. Like, not saying like Harbaugh's system wasn't great, but he definitely needed more.
Like if you put JJ McCarthy on the Jets right now, he has a 4-year career, and then he's a backup for life.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I
He
think
would go down like Sam Darnold. He'd end up seeing ghosts.
I think right now, as long as he performs above Sam Darnold,
Yeah.
if he a little bit above, I think he's. I'll put $20 on the line right now with anybody who wants to bet. I think JJ has better numbers this year than Brock Purdy for the San Francisco
Do you think
49ers.
JJ signs a second contract with the Vikings?
100%.
Yeah.
I think.
Do you think it's a max contract, or do you think it's like a?
I think
here
it's.
you go?
I think it's a 5-year, 2-year.
Do you think it's a Purdy contract?
I think so because
You got to put the over under Purdy because he was the most recent.
I think it is. I think it's like at least a 2.
I put JJ McCarthy in the same echelon as Brock Purdy. I don't think Brock Purdy's good at football.
No, I think
Like, and
Brock
he's
Purdy.
good at football.
Brock Purdy's your
From
perfect
an
back.
NFL standpoint, I think he's
He's the perfect backup.
an Alex Smith.
A Matt Flynn.
Yeah, I think he's an Alex Smith. I think he's a Matt Castle.
Is it Matt Flynn? Who's the guy who is it Matt Flynn?
Flynn is the guy that played for you guys.
And then he played for this. He got the starting position for the Seahawks.
Yeah, and
And then
he
he
played for
stopped.
you guys. His first game starting with you guys, he had like 4 touchdown passes, and his dad was there. His dad died like 2 weeks later.
That's gonna be the hardest thing too, like being a backup and then having a tremendous season, and then some teams like, we want you to be our guy, and then you show up and you're just under fucking.
That was the Pastronaut, dude.
Yeah.
He had a fantastic like last half of the
You
season
know what
with the
fucked him?
Vikings.
You know what fucked him hard is there's
The
a pres-
Vikings drafting JJ McCarthy.
No, it was before they did that. So he had like 2 banger games. And they're like, do you see yourself with the Vikings? And he said, instead of being like, I love this organization, I want to be here for as long as I can. He said, oh yeah, I'm gonna shop around. Basically, like I'm gonna see what's.
Oh,
good.
he was a free agent after that year. He was supposed to come into a dope contract here because he played.
But if he would,
lights out.
but if he would have said like, yeah, they might have signed him
I don't think so. I think they had their sights set.
on JJ.
Yeah. You know, one of the crazy things I saw Adam Schefter was talking about it,
Mhm.
and it was the Chiefs when they were drafting Patrick Mahomes. Or no. It was the 49ers. Before the draft, the 49ers were fully expected to pick up Kirk Cousins.
Yeah. Huh?
And they were like, oh, he's going to be a free agent after this year. We'll just pick him up. We won't draft the quarterback. The day before draft day, he signed a contract with someone, whoever the fuck it was. I don't know if it was the Vikings or if it was the Commanders, whoever the fuck he signed with that year.
Mhm.
They ended up taking Brock Purdy late. So the only reason they drafted a quarterback at all that year was because they didn't get old boy.
Right.
And they picked up Purdy.
I mean, Purdy is just like, I call Purdy the perfect backup. Like, if you've got your franchise player and you can get Purdy to sign the minimum contract that you like, you can
I
get
think
for backup, that's the guy like, hey,
Every quarterback.
week 8, right? Your quarterback goes down with a strained calf. He's out for 6 weeks. Brock Purdy's the guy who can run the offense for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
But is Brock Purdy going to be the guy who gets you to a Super Bowl? Maybe.
I mean, he got him there once.
Once, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Cam Newton right now would be a better option at quarterback than Brock Purdy.
I mean, he would say that.
I would agree with you.
Yeah.
I think Cam Newton right now is a better option at quarterback than Brock Purdy. I don't think Cam Newton will ever suit up again.
You know, and then
But-
maybe Aaron Rodgers on the low key. He's like talking to someone in the San Francisco 49ers, and he's like, look, I'll come in at $2 million. I'll come in at the veteran minimum contract. You let me coach Purdy for 1 year, you bench him, and you have me start for the 49ers, dude. That'd be some crazy shit if Aaron Rodgers signed with the 49ers for his last year.
It would be fucking cool. I don't think it's going to happen. Not after they just signed Purdy to that fat fucking contract. If they were
Well-
going to do that, they should have taken him from the Jets.
They fucking signed Kittle too, Jesse. Haha.
Jesse Kittle.
But
dude.
they signed fucking Kittle to a fucking max contract for a tight end, and then the Bears now have the highest offensive lineman contract in the league. They signed one of their own linemen to the highest paid offensive lineman.
I love when dogs have their little teeth sticking out.
Thor's a hilarious dog. I've got something sports related,
Okay.
or I have something dog related.
Is Michael pick?
Yeah. But what's your pick? Dog related or sports related?
Sports. Stay on topic.
So Tarek Skubal for the Detroit Tigers.
Okay.
He's a pitcher.
Scoble.
Skubal.
Is it Scooble?
Yeah.
I thought it was Scoble.
No. So this guy named Mike Danito, he's a streamer. He's got TikTok.
Okay.
He was like watching the game, and he was like, I thought I was really fucking high when I was watching this game, because I was, but I kept thinking that his left calf is so much smaller than his right calf. Like, as a pitcher, he's like, these calves are just so fucking
One of
disproportionate.
them's been worked.
But he thought he was just fucking tripping.
Yeah.
So he did a cold search, is what he called it, which is hilarious because no, like, little tips popped up. It was just all straight typed in the Google. Is Tyler Skubal's fucking leg calves different sizes? It turns out they did an article earlier from some sports organization. They called it the bionic leg. But he had a clubbed left foot when he
As a
was
child?
born as a child.
Oh, wow.
They removed bones, they broke them and rearranged some shit, and they basically like
crafted him a new leg.
Yeah, so everything in his foot is natural, but they basically had to like reshape
It's
it.
altered.
It's altered, so that's why when you watch him fucking pitch, his fucking right calf is because first I'm like, well, what's his push off calf? That's probably why it is.
That's probably the big one, yeah.
But no, it's because he had a fucking clubbed left foot
That's crazy.
as a baby, and he still made it into the Major League Baseball as one of the fucking best pitchers in the league right now.
That's crazy.
He's probably right now, like, if you could relate anybody to him, it would probably be Lincecum really early in his career.
Yeah.
Not like Lincecum, like, oh shit, it's Lincecum, like, oh shit, look at this fucking guy coming in thinking he's hot
This
shit.
long-haired motherfucker.
Dude, there's two. First of all, I fucking hate the San Francisco Giants, and I
Same,
always fucking
dude.
will.
I grew
But-
up right next to all of them, dude. And my uncles, they're both A's fans. I kind of like the A's, but I didn't really pay attention to them because all they did was fucking lose when I was a child. So I paid more attention to like individual players. Growing up, my favorite player was Mariano Rivera.
Yeah,
That was my guy. Him, I like Derek Jeter a lot.
Sammy
I
Sosa and
fucking
Mark
hated
McGwire.
Jason Giambi because he left us for money.
Yeah,
I always really liked Jose Canseco.
I like Bobby Higginson.
And then obviously I have a lot of love and respect for Barry Bonds just because of who he was as a player. Ichiro was the fucking guy when I was a kid, dude.
I saw him in person.
Same. I saw him play. It was the Marlins versus the A's at Oakland Coliseum, and Jason Giambi was playing, and I think we ended up winning that game by 1. But I left to go get slushy, and I brought my glove. And when I came back, they were like, "Dude, foul ball hit right at your seat.
That's crazy.
I'll never leave again. If I ever bring a glove to a baseball game, I'm sitting right in that spot, dude."
I've seen Seattle play twice in Detroit.
Uh-huh.
One had Ken Griffey Jr.
Nice.
and that was like, and so like, and then the second game was even better because it was Ichiro. But the reason the second game was better because the Ken Griffey Jr. game we had tickets. Same. So there's an MLB.
What year was that? That had to have been the 90s, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was Old Tiger Stadium.
I think mine was like 01,
I like.
2000 or
one of
01.
I got a ice cream baseball cap. Like that's one of the things I remember from
Oh,
the game.
the helmet?
Yeah.
Nice.
So the reason why we got to go to these games is because there's a Major League Baseball umpire whose 2 brothers are correctional officers. Oh no, there's 2 brothers in the MLB, and their other brother is a corrections
Yeah,
officer.
that's cool.
So he was just like, "Hey, I can go to these games. Brad, you want these tickets?" So the second game we got tickets for was also Seattle, and Ichiro's in town. And I'll never forget being at Comerica Park, but there was a large audience of Ichiro fans who happened to just
Bunch
be
of Japanese motherfuckers?
yes.
Yeah.
And so like in like the first inning when he gets up the bat, they were just going Ichiro, Ichiro, and like
Yeah.
there's like 20 of them
Yeah.
behind
Loud
home
as
plate,
fuck.
and I was just like, I can't believe this dude's getting this much love
Yeah.
in Detroit. So I was just like,
You know his full name?
uh, Ichiro's his first name, right?
Yeah.
It's
But they put it on his back.
Yeah, but it's Matsuyama. What is it?
That's so racist. That's the golfer.
Yeah, it is.
It's Hideki Matsuyama, dude.
Yeah, dude.
It's Ichiro Suzuki.
Suzuki, I thought
Yeah.
that was my hard second. But
He didn't like the secondary one because I think it's because I think Ichiro's his last name.
well, yeah,
Because his name is Ichiro Suzuki.
well, when you watch anime, a lot of the times they're like,
Yeah, but
Uchiha
when I was a
Sasuke.
kid, I was like, "Why is his name Ichiro Suzuki, but his last name says Ichiro?" It'd be like my jersey said Dustin.
Well, I mean, like when you watch it, they go just Uzumaki Naruto.
Yeah, yeah.
So
So,
it's
I don't
like-
know. I don't know if that's what happened. Everyone called him like by the Japanese proper name Ichiro Suzuki, or if his like name in American would be Suzuki Ichiro. But like, I don't know. I thought that was so weird when I was a kid.
Uchiha Sasuke.
Yeah, yeah. That'd be like they put Sasuke on his back. He was like, no, it's Uchiha.
What's Midoriya's first name?
Izuku Midoriya.
Yeah, yeah, they do say it that way though. Yeah, maybe I don't know. That's weird, man. They
Yeah, I
do,
don't know.
They do it all the time. I'm trying to think of different animes like Olemaito, but that's his regular name.
Captain Celebrity.
Celebrity Captain. Yeah, dude, hilarious.
No, watching those guys back in the day, I mean, that was the golden age of baseball. It was like the late 90s, early 2000s.
It was the. Okay, so
Because, I mean, the 90s, that was the home run king era.
yes, so my dad had this poster in the garage. I don't think he has it anymore, but it was from like 1994, and it was like stop tobacco usage in the MLB. But like 10 of the dudes on the poster did steroids, like convicted of doing
Yeah.
steroids.
It's like Sammy Sosa, Mark McGuire, David
Jason
Ortiz,
Giambi.
Jason Giambi,
So,
Alex
So
Rodriguez.
they're like, quit tobacco because it's bad for your body. But y'all motherfuckers are doing fucking steroids. And then, I mean,
I remember I went to a Giants game back in, I want to say it was like 2003, 2004 maybe. And it was after the allegations came out about Barry Bonds doing steroids. The stadium, like the Giants stadium, instead of foam fingers, they had, and I don't know if they were affiliated or whatever, but they were inside the stadium. There were little tents set up inside the stadium. They were selling foam steroid injectors, like foam needles
hilarious.
that said Bonds on them. And people were holding them up, and I couldn't tell for the life of me if they were talking shit about him or if they were in support of him. Like, I had no idea which way it was, because they were all still cheering. He'd hit a home run, and they'd be like, a million needles would fly out. So, like, I don't know if they were just stoked their team was winning or if they were mad at him for it. But also, never convicted.
Like, who's the dude who plays for the Padres that's really good?
Tatis,
Yeah,
Fernando Tatis Jr.
I'm like, this guy is the best at baseball.
The guy's a stud, dude.
And then he got suspended.
And then who's the other guy? I don't know if he plays for the Padres. Ellie De La Cruz. He plays for the Reds.
He's great. He's
Dude,
probably
he's so fast.
dude.
bro.
So like this on the same level.
Yeah.
Tatis was like, "Yo, this dude's the best," and then all of a sudden he gets a fucking suspension for something that he's not supposed to have in his body.
Did you ever see the?
And I'm like, "Oh, okay, he's just doing his thing."
Did you ever see the interview with the Asian dude that played for the Blue Jays?
No. Oh,
Uh,
what? Wait, where he's not? He's like, "Oh yeah," he's not answering the questions at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one's great.
I fucking love that one. I gotta pull it up.
What happened to you? What happened? That's good. Just a crack? That's good. You tell me what can you eat to help you make you feel better?
Bananas.
Monkey never. Two. How many do you have today? Three. So you because monkey never cuts.
fucking love that guy, dude. He's like, how you doing? Very good. Like, it's just, I imagine that's how we sound when we go to a foreign country and we think we can speak their language.
Right.
Monkey never crap. 3 bananas.
So speaking of animals,
What's that guy's name? We should probably say his name instead of just Asian Blue Jays player.
yeah,
Whoa.
I feel a little bit better.
Muninori Kawasaki.
Yeah, that sounds right.
All right, here's another one.
That's the one I've seen. See you tomorrow.
I just, it's so good. Like, imagine being like a fucking stud.
Just imagine the only two phrases you know in another country
Very good.
is very good.
See you tomorrow.
I like drama TV.
I'm
shows.
learning English.
Comedy's my favorite genre. And you're like, what?
Like, imagine you're just like a stud at soccer, and then you go play for like Portugal,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Yo, Jake Taylor, what do you have to say for the fans back in Portugal?"
Go!
You're just like, very good.
Very good.
I'm learning Spanish.
very nice.
It's not good yet.
I would be like Borat.
I eat banana like a monkey. That's
Very nice. King of the castle. King of the castle.
wow, that's a nice chair.
That's it.
That'd be so crazy.
So, we live in Michigan. Jackson.
Bum, bum, bum.
So, this is a news article that happened at the ice cream parlor.
Oh, good God.
So, Jackson, Michigan had this ice cream parlor. More animals identified in investigation of
You wanna go
dead
get ice cream,
dogs
buddy?
in freezer behind Jackson Eatery.
Bring you to the Jackson Eatery.
So
dude.
basically, the Jackson County Animal Shelter and Animal Control continues to investigate contents found inside a freezer on Sunday, May 25th behind the parlor. So basically, the ice cream parlor has like a back part of it, and it had a couple extra freezers. And the lady who previously owned it was like, "Yeah, I'll come pick that shit up eventually." But the guy was like, "I'm trying to get this shit like out of here because there's a lot of weird shit in here." And he looked inside the freezer, and there's a bunch of dead dogs in the freezer. So inside, Animal Control also found skinned animals without heads or paws, a rodent known as
Skinned animals?
skinned animals without heads or paws, a rodent known as a Patagonian cavy, and some packaged meat and sausages that looks like it came from a store. The shelter is investigating the incident and concluding necropresis on the dead dogs to determine the cause of death.
Let me see the necro word.
necropsies.
Necrosis.
Is that necrosis? That's weird. The shelter is also attempting to determine the species of the decapitated animals. So
Christ.
basically, the ice cream parlor, before the new owner, who by the way has cleaned it out, he literally, like, him and his team on what do you call it, on Facebook Live, they were cleaning the parlor and like deep cleaning it to show everybody that they're doing it.
Like, hey, please still eat here.
No, this was before this story. This is when he first bought it, and then
shit.
they got a really good rating on their first health inspection.
Yeah.
But he was trying to expand the store, storage, and everything, and a bunch of
He's
dead,
like, hey, bitch, get your shit out of here.
and just a bunch of dead dogs.
It's a bunch of dead dogs, dude. Thor, you want some ice cream, dude? Want to go get some ice cream?
That's why you haven't seen any fucking dogs running around here in the streets of Jackson.
Did you see Ryan Day and Nick Saban had to play together at the Memorial Pro-Am?
No,
Yeah, they got paired up together.
that's hilarious.
I thought it was funny. There was I think it was Nick Saban hit the first drive, and he cranked it, and everyone's like, "Oh, there's some deep-rooted hatred in that drive."
Hilarious.
I thought it was funny. Fuck Ryan Day.
Yeah, fucking.
Speaking of fuck Ryan Day, NCAA 26 is coming out,
Uh-huh.
and we are wildly behind in our
We're about 3 years behind right now.
yeah, which is fine. We're gonna get there eventually. Let me find out where it's at. I have a list of shit that is new. Oh no, where did it go?
My favorite part of the stream right here.
Me looking for shit?
Yeah.
Let's see if I can just Google it real quick. Home now.
What up, Sizzle?
Sizzle and nizzle.
Sizzle for shizzle, dude.
Oh, here we go. So there's going to be real life coaches. So they added 300 real college football club coaches, including assistants, into the game.
Nice.
Stadium pulse system has been enhanced with new features like clock distortion, extreme screen shake, and rattled HUDs, especially during rivalry games and playoff matchups. Players can now manage fatigue and make dynamic substitutions without pausing play, allowing for more strategic player management. That's
Love
my favorite thing.
that. Yeah, so you can
So there's a sub menu when you're
yeah. Hey, bring in
choosing
this.
your player.
Yeah.
and you can go through and change out motherfuckers in
that.
your lineup without having to pause it. So if you're playing online,
Me
you
and
can do
you.
it more than twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can sub your running back out if he's tired after one play.
Foundational football advancements. The game features improved AI, dynamic play calling adjustments, enhanced blocking, coverages, giving players full control on both sides of the ball. They added 2,700 new plays.
Wow.
So all the plays that were in it, they basically like tripled them.
That's wild.
Road to College Football Playoff, that's the same thing as it was before. Ultimate Team is still in it. I don't give a shit about that. They added a bunch of new school chants and traditions. So there's over 160 new school chants, customized PA tracks, and tradition-rich visuals for each school, enhancing the atmosphere. So they added light shows, like drone light shows.
Yeah. I saw the
and
Florida
fireworks
Gate,
shows.
yeah, it looks dope. And then like
Also, like
Army and
you know
Navy.
how like Colorado had their turnover chain.
yeah,
There's one of those for like all the main programs. So
yeah,
like Georgia has
there's
like the
more mascots in it now.
yeah, Georgia has like the turnover golden shoulder pads they put on when they fucking do their shit. New broadcast commentary, thank God. This one is huge for us. Online Dynasty crossplay.
That's dope.
So doesn't matter what console you have, we
Yeah.
can do an online Dynasty together.
That's dope.
Which I think is fucking sick. It'll allow crossplay between PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series S and X. So nothing from PC to
Yeah.
Xbox, but you know, and all our PlayStation homies out there, you guys can hop in on this Dynasty if you're trying to get your shit rocked. Also, another great thing for us, high school mode is now being introduced to Road to Glory.
Love that.
The popular high school mode is back in Road to Glory, offering players the option to start their career from their senior year of high school.
I'll do that.
Love that. That's going to be the first month that we play it.
Yeah, and
It's
then we
gonna
and
be-
then we get through that and then we play Dynasty.
Yep, just like we did last time. But yeah, I'm very excited for it. I'll probably pre-order it tonight while I have a little extra cash. That way, I just don't have to worry about it for the next year. It's going to be great. We'll probably play, what do you think, 2 more seasons on top of the one we're already part through on the old one?
Yeah.
At least 2 more.
Mhm.
So sell out now for your fucking
Yeah.
diamonds and 5 stars and shit.
Mhm.
I am going to hit the retire button on it once we're done.
Yeah, for sure.
And maybe hopefully it shows like the accolades and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, another thing that wasn't in that sheet, they're adding a trophy room,
That's cool.
which I think is fucking
So you can
sick.
see your natties and your bowl games.
Yeah, my trophy room would be so stacked
Yeah.
with all the individual awards that my guys have won and shit.
Mhm.
You want a beer?
No, I had to pee, so I'll wait.
These ones are cold.
Fire.
The only other things I have, Charlie Woods won his first junior
Yep.
title.
Yep.
He had a fantastic score. Brian Cranston is reportedly
Gonna be the new
rumored to be Professor X.
Yep.
Which I love that. I
Yeah.
think it's a great casting for him.
And he's young enough to be old enough to do it for a while.
Yeah, he can do it for, the next 4 or
20.
5 movies if they need him to. The only other thing I had is Robin Williams played Popeye the Sailor Man back in the day.
And it's the most cocaine-filled.
Yeah.
And you know
There was a guy that was on set that said every trailer you went into, there was just a stack of cocaine on every table.
Do you know how they smuggled the cocaine into the studios?
The film canisters.
Yeah, because in the FAA was like, don't open up film canisters because it'll ruin the film.
Yeah.
And so they just had these big film canisters just all filled with cocaine.
Robin Williams was just coked up Popeye, dude. Man. Let me take my spinach.
Oh, Alan.
Popeye, that's a film canister. What are you doing?
Oh, Alan.
Suck my dick for 10 hours.
He was third board eating spinach.
Yeah, that was, I think, everything I got. Unless I missed something last week that we can go over.
Tune in Sunday. It's going to be a live 200th episode.
Oh, I did have this written down from last week. It kind of goes with what we were just talking about. Back in the 70s, McDonald's had a spoon, a coffee spoon.
That was used for cocaine.
They discontinued it because people were using it for cocaine. They were going in and grabbing grips of them, and they were just the perfect little Coke spoons.
Yeah, because they're like little coffee stirrers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also,
Bring them back!
I saw a TikTok the other day. It was this guy, he had a ring
Mm-hmm.
on his pointer finger, and he was talking to this like super hot blonde chick, and he was like, yeah, check out this ring. She's like, why are you wearing a ring? And he flicks it like that, and a little fucking Coke spoon flips out of it. And he's like, it's got a spoon on it. And she goes, oh my God. Like, she was so stoked. And she goes like this, and like puts her finger up to her nose, and then sees the camera and like stops. And then the video ends.
Hilarious, dude. Little Coke spoon.
That's how you get bitches, dude. Just gotta have a Coke spoon. You don't even need the Coke. Just get the Coke spoon.
Yeah. This guy's down to party.
This guy knows what he's doing, man.
Hell yeah. We'll probably be on games here soon.
Yeah, definitely.
And yeah, thanks for watching. Episode 200 on Sunday.
Appreciate you guys. 200 is gonna be my last one here. Long time.